right, you guys. Hey, so I'm Erin Young. Welcome to our team call. Our Fit Fighter Nation downline team call is the first Monday of every single month. So you can just kind of count on it. Last month in April, it was a little different because we had originally planned for spring break traveling and going to Punta Cana and all these different things. And so it wasn't the first Monday of the month last month, but you know, everything was a little off last month. So just kind of know that going ahead that we are going to meet up as an entire downline that first Monday. And then the other Mondays, you can kind of plan on that being meeting up with your PS team or time for you to meet with your coaches. So Monday night's kind of what we kind of like to set the tone as like team call night. And regardless if it's 8 p.m. or whatnot. So welcome, you guys. I'm just so pumped. I've been meeting with so many of you in other threads and other strands behind the scenes. Oh, David wants to say hi. You guys tell him happy birthday. They're saying happy birthday. You just can't hear them, okay? Because they're all muted.
Thank you.
You had to crash the call. Okay, so I've been seeing so many of you in different mentorship threads and leadership threads behind the scenes, but it's so cool for us to all meet together and gather together tonight. And I hope tonight that you walk away from this call having just a greater sense of what you are a part of, but also a greater sense of your own vision for where you can go this year and with your business and what is possible. I know that on this call, we have coaches who are brand new as of Sunday, right? 1 day old coaches. And we have coaches on this call who've been in this business almost 8 years, right? I've been in this business for 8 years. And so it's really cool to see everyone kind of coming together and for us all to learn together and to grow tonight. Tonight, I'm not just going to speak, but I've also asked for Katie and Danielle to share a couple of things with you too, so you're going to hear from them too. But I just hope that you walk away with just this sense of hope and sense of confidence with just a greater foundation of knowledge for how you can impact people with your business right now. And because I know sitting on a call, sometimes it's kind of one of those things like, okay, I hear you, it makes sense. But when I go put this into action, it becomes hard. And so I hope that when you walk away tonight, like you can wake up tomorrow and you're like, I've got this. And you know where you're going, you know why you're doing it, and you have some tangible tips on how to do that. But you also have some coaches who've implemented some of what I'm going to share with you tonight. And you're like, okay, if Katie can do it, I can do it. If Danielle can do it, I can do it. I've got this. And so I think tonight's going to be really amazing for you. So first of all, the thing that I love about our team is that I truly believe that our team has hearts of gold, hearts of service, hearts of love, that our team is here not necessarily to make a quick buck or anything like that, but our team is here literally to change lives. And we know that the number of lives that we impact is a direct result of our income and the impact that we are making in this world. And I feel like right now more than ever that we are rays of light and sunshine and for so many people. And I feel like you see that. And I think some of you are here because you felt that and you saw that and you wanted to be a part of this. And I do think now more than ever, we have an opportunity but an obligation to make sure that we are shining our light very brightly in the world. And so our team is here because we are a group of, I want to say this, and I don't want it to come off wrong, but like average, ordinary women and men, right? Just people who weren't looking for something, who found something, who couldn't wait to share it and pay it forward because it changed our life so much. I know for me, when I started my journey, I wasn't looking for a business opportunity. I don't think a lot of you were, but I found something that changed literally my heart and my soul deep down, and I couldn't not share it with someone else. And so in the chat box, if this journey has changed your life at all, will you let us know in the chat box? Yes or no, has it? Has this journey that you've been on, no matter it being a day or a week or a month or 4 years or 8 years, has it changed your life at all? It's changed everything, most definitely, absolutely, yes, for both of us, yes. Completely changed my life, dramatically, yes, so much words cannot express. I hated working out. Now it's the highlight. Isn't that so funny? already, Ashley. Okay, so Ashley shared just like a little bit of, and Eric is sharing a little bit of how. Can you also add that if you're so brave? Like, and it doesn't have to be a long explanation. It can be one word or a couple of words. Immediately, what comes to mind first thing right off the bat when I ask you, how has it changed your life? If you say dramatically or yes, oh my gosh, totally. Like, how has it changed your life? Gave me purpose, retired from teaching at the age of 33, live a life of freedom. How has it changed you? Freedom, built confidence, giving me a better mental health. Oh, here they come in. Better person overall, better mom, wife, daughter of all of those. God's plan for me. I'm no longer on my medication for autoimmune disease. Confidence. I didn't know I had a voice and value to share with other adults. Now I do. Purpose. Allowed myself to give grace. Healthier, happier, self-worth. Confidence, connections, friendships, purpose. I smile more. Sheena, I always see you smiling, and I think that's so true. I think that's amazing. So we have something that will help people smile. We have something that will give people purpose, that will help them with their mental health, that will help them with their relationships, that will give them a community, that will help them find a passion, that will allow them to make an income, that will help them with their confidence, that potentially could be God's plan for them, that makes them a better person overall, that gives them freedom, that allows them to be present with their babies. Like, isn't that amazing? And I know that some of you are like, oh, I hope it does that for me. And I'm here to say, like, it can. And that is what is possible. And I just am so excited to gather as a team tonight to help you understand how you can pay this forward in someone else's life. Okay? And I want you to feel really comfortable and confident with that by the time this is over. Because if I have a gift in my hands, which I do see this team, this opportunity, when I say opportunity, I mean moment or the option to join our team, and also the option to build a business with this. And when we build a business with this, what we're doing is we're inviting other people on the journey with us to be part of this. And so I look at that as a true, honest gift. And when I see this gift and I imagine it in my hands, I can't imagine taking this gift and closing my hands and just keeping it for myself. I can't imagine that. I mean, at all. Like, if somebody out there needs this, I want to do this to them. Easier said than done sometimes, right? Because it's scary, because we fear what people might think, what people might say. We fear rejection. We think people might wonder if we're just trying to sell them something, right? And we know that's not true. And sometimes that's just hard to convey. But here, I'm going to back up for a second. So why are we going to talk about this tonight? Why are we going to talk about how to share this opportunity? Why are we going to talk about like how to pay this forward confidently and with knowledge, right? Because it's how you succeed in this business. It really is. If you have an income-based goal, okay, if you have a goal where you're like, it'd be really nice to make some extra income, it'd be really nice to be able to pay off some debt, it'd be really nice to be able to save money for that vacation, or it'd be really nice to do X, Y, and Z. One of the main ways that you're able to build this long-lasting income, and I know some of you have been on David's, coach compensation calls, you know that like building an income is possible, but it happens when we have other people who come to the team calls and who are in our challenge groups with us and who are inviting people to be part of those challenge groups too. Like, that's when really awesome things happen in this business. Just kind of like maybe the first person, like Alexandria, like who said yes to you, it just changed everything inside of your heart. Like, oh my gosh, like I didn't say yes just for me. Now it's about someone else and I get to help somebody else, and so just kind of like, I know Katie signing up her first person, it gave her like such light and she was smiling. It gave her such hope, like, wow, I can do this. That is the moment where everything changes. And the huge moment when everything changes is when you have other coaches joining you on your team. It's so much fun. And sometimes we let that yes kind of hold us back from inviting people or asking people to join us. But one of the main ways that we succeed in this business is when we invite other people to be part of that. When we take this gift of what all of this is and we don't keep it closed and right here, but we open it up and we give it to other people. Network marketing is a gift, to be honest. And I was so nervous about telling anyone. I don't even know if I did, like, say I'm part of a network marketing company. If people asked me what I did for a living, I was like, I'm a teacher. And that's all I would say. I wasn't really proud to be a Team Beachbody coach in public, but I was super proud to be a coach when I was in private. I loved my team. I loved running challenge groups. I loved everything about it. I loved my Shakeology, everything. Okay. But when I was in public and we were at family events or we were, I was a teacher for 14 years. I was a high school English teacher. When I was at teacher events or at school, I never really said, did you know that I also have a business I'm building? Did you know that I also help people with health and fitness? Because I didn't feel like I was a trained expert as a coach. I just kind of signed up for something. It just kind of haphazardly sort of fell into my lap because the discount sounded really awesome. So I didn't really own the fact that I was a network marketing professional or that I was becoming one. And honestly, too, I didn't know what was possible with this business. I mean, Erica and I and Megan and I, like, we all signed up to get kind of together around the same time. We had no clue what we were doing. Like, we were just like, this is so fun. Like, we're getting results. Our friends are getting results. Our family's getting results. We're getting some extra money. Like, this is just totally fun. We didn't really know what we were a part of and what was possible and what we were building until we all went to our first live event, basically. Eric and I went to Summit together for the very first time, and it bums me out so much that so many of you don't get to go to Summit this year, but keep tuning in to team calls and going to as many virtual events as you can, because you will catch exactly what we caught before. And that was that success in this business is possible for anyone. It doesn't matter how much education you have. It doesn't matter where you come from. Like, it doesn't matter, like, if you know anything about business, because I was a high school English teacher. Like, I know nothing about business, but all I needed to know to be successful in this was belief and hope and a desire to change people's lives. That's all I needed. And I could do the rest of this without knowledge about network marketing or business or sales or how to look at the Coach Online office and figure out what any of the numbers meant or anything like that. Like, I didn't need to know any of that. I just needed to have my own belief in myself, in our company, in the products, and in our team. And at that point in time, our team was not very big, but I believed that we could make a massive impact. And so the thing of it is when I went to this first live event, my vision for what was possible in this business grew so much. It grew so much that I sat there on the floor. Like, Summit that year was in Las Vegas. First time in my life I'd ever been to Vegas. First time in my life, I think I've traveled on a plane without a family member. And I think it may have been the same thing for Erica. Like, I feel like maybe you had never traveled anywhere by yourself either at that point in time. We were like putting on our big girl pants and like doing something scary. Like, stayed in a Vegas hotel, and we're going to an event with mostly strangers, people we had no idea who they were, but we sat there and we took it all in. And I sat there on the floor of the MGM Grand, and there were coaches walking across the stage being recognized. And they were, at that point in time, Beachbody had an award where it was kind of like, it was called the Financial Freedom Award. And these were people walking up on the stage that were like shredding pieces of paper that were representing like their mortgages or their credit card debt, big things that they had like paid off because of their business. Then there was a woman that walked on the stage, looked no different from most of us, girls here on the call. Okay. She walked on the stage and she shared her success story. And she was talking about how she retired from her job and how she was at home with her children. And she was talking about what it was like to be a mom at home with her kids. And right then and there, my heart exploded because I was a mom, still a mom. My kids were little. I was working a full-time job. I was living it up in Vegas while we were there, but I sat there right there and I realized, and it all dawned on me that because of my job as a teacher, I wasn't going to be able to be at home with Tyler and Avery when they got to school age and it was time to put them on the bus and it was time to make them breakfast. And I also wasn't going to be there to get them off the bus. I realized that. and my heart exploded because I was so sad. And because I never really thought about that, like what happens next, right? I never really thought about that. And I never even realized like what was about to happen inside of me. And what happened inside of me is this vision popped into my brain, and it was like it embedded itself within me forever. And it was like, but I have a way that I can make that happen. I have a way that I can make this happen. I have an answer to my desire inside of me. Not everybody has that desire, but I did. And I didn't even know it was there until I heard this mom telling this story about how she was home with her children. And here I was, my 2-year-old and 3-year-old were at home, and I was like, holy crap, who's going to put them on the bus? That's supposed to be my job. I never realized it until then. And I was like, I can do that. And I created a vision, an ultimate vision for our life at that time. And I connected the business to that vision as to how it was even possible. And because I saw person after person walk across the stage having accomplished crazy stuff with their business for their families, I literally, and I know Erica walked away from it the same thing, said, why not us too? We can do that too. If they can do it, we can do it. So the thing that helps us so much in this business is to have a desire to achieve something maybe we never thought was possible, a vision. Because a vision is what is going to keep you in this game. And a vision is what is going to help you wake up at 4:30 like you all and Rise Up Rock Stars. A vision is going to help you jump on a team call at 8:00 when it's nice outside and the sun's still up, right? And your kids are wanting you to sit on the couch and watch TV with them. A vision is going to make you send the invite, send the follow-up, show up in the challenge group, show up in the virtual gym, even when you kind of don't feel like it. A vision is what is going to keep you in the game. And it kept me in the game, and it lit a fire under me that made me never stop. And to be honest, for the last few years, I haven't had a vision burning brightly, because to me, I had achieved what was unthinkable. Okay. Like literally, like I retired from teaching at the age of 36, unthinkable, right? We earned a 6-figure income as a family. And I never thought that was possible ever. Okay. So I achieved something that I was just like, that was crazy. Like that's like crazy. Cause I came from a small town. A lot of you are from that small town, didn't have a lot. Like we have now more than what I've ever had. Okay. And so it's like, what do you do next? What do you look for next? What do you go for next without feeling selfish, without feeling like, gosh, like when is enough and feeling like you're doing something wrong. But to me, I realized that this year, that by me not dreaming bigger beyond the bus stop, that I perhaps might be holding everyone back on this team. And I'll get really vulnerable with you and tell you that I feel so badly about that I haven't painted my vision brightly for you all about where I'm going. Because I know that when I paint a vision even brighter than the bus stop, that maybe you will paint your own vision that's so freaking scary and seems unthinkable too. Because I look at all of you, even those of you that are brand new and showing up on your first call with confidence, like you've got something special within you. You're here tonight for a reason. You're here tonight with your team for a reason. You have something special within you. And so what we're working towards next in my family is to have a life of ultimate freedom. Because, and this is how you know it's a vision worth fighting for when it starts to make you cry. Because I look at David and I see some of the things that he has to deal with and manage as a teacher and department chair. And I'm like, but it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to put up with a lot of that BS, right? Because we have a key to the castle that can bring you home. When I think about our family and planning summers and vacations, and we still obviously have boundaries and limitations, and I can't say yes to the things that I think that will really matter, really make a huge, massive impact in my family. When I can't say yes to some things, I'm like, but I should, because I have the keys to the castle that can allow me to say yes. When I think about the fact that our family is happiest and has the most fun when we're together on a beach or a vacation, and when we can perhaps spend an entire month away on a vacation, why not go for it? Why not say yes to a month in Hawaii? Why not say yes to a second home in Florida? Why not shoot for things that will bring your family ultimate freedom? And so that's what we're working so hard for. And we will be reaching for that until we achieve it. And I say that to you with such confidence and conviction because I've seen too many people do it before in this business. And our vision for where we're going is huge. It's big, it's ultimate, and it makes me want to throw up and cry, and even saying that with you tonight. But maybe if I share a vision that's so big and so scary, maybe you will also do the same thing for yourself. Because a vision is what will keep us in the game. One of the number one ways we were able to get where we were or are today and where we're going is by always bringing people into this opportunity and welcoming them to our team. It's how we get where we want to go, because again, it's a gift worth sharing. And so I'm going to break this down a little bit more tangibly for you and talk a little bit more about a word that I feel like makes everybody be like, ugh, and it's called recruiting, and it's inviting people to our teams. Executing a plan for this can be scary, but it's worth it. Because what if you meet somebody and you're like, they'd be perfect for this. I'd love to have them on my team, and you don't share it with them, right? What if you don't do that? You're taking a gift away from someone, an opportunity to have purpose and passion and an income and this tribe and this community. And so I do want to kind of talk to you about that tonight. Okay. And so I want everybody to walk away from this call having a recruiting goal for yourself. How many coaches will you welcome to your team this month? Okay. Even if you're a brand new coach, because you don't have to have a lot of experience to welcome them to your team. Okay. You don't have to have a lot of experience. You just have to have belief in what you can give them and offer them, which is this team, which is this company, which is this opportunity, which we know is changing massive lives right now. So what we need right now is a daily system that will help us execute this plan. Okay. And so I know for me, for the longest time, I was always kind of scared, like, what if someone says yes? But don't worry, we'll help you with all that later. Don't worry about that. Let other people make a decision for them. When we don't offer someone an opportunity like this or a gift like this, we're making a decision for someone else. Right? Because if I wouldn't have asked Erica or Megan or Jenny or Katie or Alex, right? Or Ashley or Danielle, like if we wouldn't have asked our people to join us, don't you kind of feel like somebody else would have? Like I do. And I know that because they're a perfect fit for this company and this team and this opportunity. And so I always like to kind of think about that. So what we need to do, okay, is if you haven't yet already written down an ultimate goal that you have for this business, do that. I hope that when I was telling you about that something popped into your mind. And I know that we've had talks about vision and purpose and a why and things like that before, but I hope tonight it meant something more to you. And I hope that you have something that you have in your brain. And as I'm talking right now, if you want to write it down, then write it down, because anything truly is possible. Now, I do want to say this is something that I have been teaching a lot of the girls in my mentorship. Okay, I've been meeting with my PS coaches in mentorships and one-on-one settings and teaching them what it looks like to invite people to this business and breaking it down about what it looks like each day. And they've had some breakthroughs and it's been really awesome. And so let me tell you this, every single day when I'm on social media and I'm interacting with people and I'm, meeting new people or I'm working in my challenge groups, I'm always kind of looking for people that I want to share the business with. And I'm inviting people pretty much on a daily basis. We're doing that on our power hours. When you see us schedule those, or people working on power hours, we're inviting, we're connecting, we're building our network, which is huge. But one of the things that we're doing is we're making connections with people that kind of seem like they could be future coaches. And that's something that I've asked all of my coaches to start doing, is to make what I call coach connects. Okay. You see people come across your feed, you see people come across your life, and you think they'd be an awesome coach. Okay. Here's what I used to do. Say nothing. I don't know. Can anybody relate to that? You're like, I think they would be awesome. And then you're like, they'd be really awesome. And you just keep it to yourself. The challenge is to actually send them a message that says, hey, Danielle, this may seem totally random. I don't know if you've ever thought about this before, but I think you'd be an amazing coach, or I'd love to share with you more what I've been doing about coaching. Have you ever thought about it? Doing what I call a coach connection. Or seeing someone that you're like, this person looks like they love fitness, or they're so-and-so, she was an athlete in high school and I told, she was awesome and a rock star, and he was this or that. And you're just like, hey, you're like, you look amazing. You're working so hard on yourself. That's so awesome. Are you a coach too? Seeing people that you're like, wow, they look like they would be a coach, or they seem like they would be a coach, or they're so positive, or they're so motivating, or they're just such a neat person. Like, are they a coach? If you wonder it, you should ask it. And that's something I've been challenging myself to do 2 to 3 times a day. Okay. 2 to 3 times a day, 2 to 3 people doing what I call a coach connect. It opens up an awesome conversation. Okay. It really, really does. And I want you to trust me on this. So like, action step number 1, 2 to 3 coach connects a day. You see somebody that you think would be awesome as a coach, or you would love, like, you've never led a challenge group before and you're like, wow, that'd be so awesome to lead a challenge group with them. Or like, wow, this person's so awesome. Maybe they're already into fitness. Maybe I'll just, like, I wonder if they're a coach. If you wonder, then you should totally just ask. Okay. I mean, seriously. And it opens up amazing doors. A lot of people that I ask are coaches, and I'm like, awesome, way to go. Who's your coach? Like, it's not like I'm like, oh, peace out, you can't help me. I'm like, oh, who's your coach, right? It may be somebody I know, or it may be someone on our team, right? But also some people are like, oh, no, like, I'm totally not interested in that. Really, why not? Because you'd be amazing. Like, do you know anything about it, right? Start a conversation with people. So 2 to 3 coach connects a day, huge, okay? The other thing that I'm teaching my coaches to do is to send 2 to 3 invites a day, coach invites a day. Now, I do want to say this to you, and I want to be super upfront and honest. And I think that most of the leaders on this team would agree with me that I believe in quality over quantity. And I do feel like that's an aspect, and almost like an area that our team has been built upon, is that we don't necessarily show up on social media and send 100 invites a day. I don't know if anybody on our team does that. If you do, like, totally, if it's working for you, then keep doing it. Okay. But I know that a lot of times we attend training or watch trainings, or we see coaches in different areas, maybe the Coach for one page, or we listen to wake up calls, and we hear coaches say they send 60, 100 invites a day. And it makes me cringe because I've never done that. And I don't know anyone on our team who's ever had to do that to experience success. Because what I'm super proud about our team for is that we make quality connections with people, and we send genuine invites, and we build genuine relationships with the people that we sign up. That we don't just sell challenge packs to get a sale or to hit a number, that we sell challenge packs because we believe that it is the total solution that will change someone's life, just like you guys shared in the chat box. And so 2 to 3 invites to coaching a day, I believe, is really awesome and genuine, and will go a very, very long way versus sending 10 to 20. So I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. But I believe in that, because I believe that if you reach out to someone genuinely and you authentically mean it, then all is good. So I want to kind of break down for you what that coaching invite looks like. And I want to see if you think you could do this. Okay. So let's just say you're on Instagram or on Facebook, whatever platform that you're using. It doesn't matter which platform you're using. And you run across someone from high school or college or wherever, okay, just like a mutual friend, someone that you kind of already know, maybe it's whatever, it doesn't matter, but it's just someone you kind of feel comfortable with. And you're like, wow, I think they would be amazing. Like they have what I'm looking for, okay? Like they're positive. They have this great vibe. They're not one of those people on Facebook that's like sharing just political things, or they're not like on Instagram with, inappropriate photos or words, right? Because immediately I'm like, unfollow. Like, you drop the F-bomb 45 times, like, you're not allowed in my feed. Okay. And so you're just like, this person could be really awesome. I wonder. Okay. And maybe you did a coach connect and you were like, hey, are you a coach? Or you said, hey, you'd be really awesome. Have you ever thought about this or whatever? Okay. And, and so then here's kind of what I've been teaching my team to do, this kind of 4-step inviting checklist. Okay. You reach out to somebody and you, number one, and this is why it's not like, this is why it's quality over quantity, because this takes time to do this authentically. Number one, why did you think of this person? Okay. So Amanda, why did I think of her? Okay. Well, because she's totally rocking her fitness journey right now. Okay. She's not rocking it with me, but she's like doing an awesome job. She's already loves fitness. Okay. Ashley, it was kind of that way. She looked to already love fitness. She loved going to Cycle Bar, right? So did Shanna. Why did you think about them? Well, you already love fitness. You already love working out. It's a part of what you do. Okay. Number two, what is it about this opportunity that I think they could benefit from? So Shanna, like you could get paid to work out. Like you could work on yourself and get in the most amazing shape and invite people to do it with you while you're getting paid to do it. Like you can make your love of fitness an income or a business. Okay. Like seriously, this is so amazing. What do I love about the business? This is number 3. What do I love about the business that she's also going to love? Shanna, I absolutely love that this business is all women helping women and empowering and inspiring women, that fitness is part of our job. And, you know, something like that. Like, what is it that I love about it that I think she's also going to love about it? We have all kinds of training, you know, you don't have to figure anything out kind of thing. Number 4, what objections do I think she's going to have that I can overcome? So you're worried about the costs coming in. I totally understand that. I can teach you how to get your costs covered right away. So here, hold on a second. I think someone's unmuted. Let's hold up, please. I have to look here. Is anybody? Are we good? Yes. Okay. Got it. So number 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Hold on. I'm not trying to minimize. I'm just trying to go back to my screen. Okay. So number 4, what objections do I think she's going to have that I can overcome? So when I'm reaching out to invite someone to be part of our team, I'm sharing why I thought of them. What is it about the opportunity that I think they could benefit from? What is it that I love about the business that they will also love? And then what objections do I think they're going to have that I can overcome? So when I'm reaching out to 2 or 3 people a day, it's really personal. It's not just like random. But I've also thought about the kind of person that I want on our team. I want someone that's hardworking. I want someone that seems to have their stuff together. You know, I want to work with somebody that already kind of likes fitness, because I do too, right? I want to work with somebody that already seems kind of positive, even though I know that we're going to go on a personal growth journey together. Like I'm already kind of like filtering through people, and I'm not just inviting any randoms to be a part of this incredible team, because I think this team is something really special. And I think we have this awesome gift to give other people. And so it is imperative that we see that we truly have a gift worth sharing. It's imperative that we see that being in network marketing is a true power and gift, because it's something we can do on our own time from anywhere. It's something that has an infinite amount of opportunities to earn an income beyond our wildest dreams. But that happens when we connect other people to the solution of being on this business journey with us, that we invite other people to learn more about being on our team and being a coach with us and running a challenge group with us and making an income with us. That's when really cool stuff happens. And so as you guys are looking at your goals and you're thinking about May, I want you to, number 1, think about a couple of things. Number 1, think about a couple of things. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, where do you want this business to take you this year and even next year? Okay, have something in your mind that's really worth fighting for, and know that it's possible, because it's happened for so many people. Now, I have to challenge you this too, okay? Whatever it is that you want by the end of the year or the end of next year, it is your job to share that with someone. That's what being a coach is all about, is providing accountability for each other and the people that we work with. So whatever you wrote down, you're going to have to share it with your upline, okay, to make it real. Not just like this little sentence on your notebook all by itself, okay, that you never tell anybody about. You got to tell somebody about that. And it's something that you're like, this is kind of scary. I have no idea how this is going to happen, but oh my gosh, that would be amazing. It even almost gives you those butterflies. That's when you know it's a really awesome goal. Okay. So you've got to have that. But then you also need to have an idea of what kind of person you'd love to build this business or your team with. What kind of person would you love to build this business or your team with? Who is it? What kind of person is it? Like, honestly, I feel like it's so obvious what kind of person Jenny's looking for. Jenny Fellows, Cheer Fit Nation, they have so much fun. They get piercings together, they drink together. Like, she's built a team of people like that are like just her soul sisters, right? Because she has found what she's looking for. And she tells somebody, like, it's kind of like when you know, like, and you have that vision for your team and what you're building, when you see that person, it's so hard not to tell them. It really, really is. And so you've got to have a vision for your team and where your team is going. You saw on the team page last week, it was incredible. So many people being recognized for advancing their businesses to Emerald and to Diamond. You saw all of these people that were life changers and that were in Success Club. You saw all these coaches. You saw all these new coaches being welcomed to our team. Like, that's really freaking awesome. I mean, there's so many people on our team that are building teams, and we want you to be part of that and not like hold yourself back from that any longer. So you've got to have a vision for what kind of team you're building. But then you also have to challenge yourself. And this is where we come in as your team. Challenge yourself to do that work, to stay in the game, right? So that vision becomes a reality. To make the coach connects, to send the coach invites, even if it's 2 to 3 a day, right? That you are showing up to do that work, because it really, really matters. Now, let me see, what time is it? Okay, we're good on time. I want to read to you something from a book that I think is really amazing. One of the things that I've done that's really, really helped me in this business is, yes, I do personal growth and development, which I used to think was like for people who were broken, which I think I was definitely a broken person that didn't think I was. But anyway, and I read lots of great books, but this has been an amazing book called Build to Last by Keith Callahan that has helped me so much with my confidence and knowledge in the business. And I think this book is perfect for all of you at any level in this business, whether you're 1 day old coach or an 8-year-old veteran coach. Like, this is an incredible book. And I know some of you already have books you're reading in other groups, or you've already, like right now, Katie's on Amazon ordering this book just because I said it. Okay, like, girl, you can slow your roll. You're reading a great book. She's like, I totally am. She's like, oh my gosh, Erin said I need to read this. I'm going to start. I'm going to put down every book that I have right now, and I'm going to add book number 5 to my list. Like, you read this when you got your time, okay? Was I right about that? You totally were like, I'm getting on Amazon right now. Okay. But it's really good. And you can pick it up and read like little short chapters. It's like really easy to read, but it's just really awesome about helping you understand the power of this business. And I know David's mentioned some books before too, but this is just the one I'm going to read to you from. I read this in the morning. This is what I read during my morning routine, because it's short, it's brief, it's to the point, it's not emotional, it's not touchy-feely, it's not hard to understand. I can read this in the morning and it makes sense to me. Okay. And I'm not getting up at 5:30, but I'm trying to get up at 5, and it's slowly sort of happening. Okay. So Keith Callahan says this is chapter 5. Network marketing is the proven model to take back your life. Take the step of accepting that gift and start sharing it as a gift, not as something you're trying to sell someone to hit the next goal your company set out for you. What if you start looking at your network marketing business that way? Instead of, I don't want to message them. I don't know if they're going to want this. They might make fun of me. They might ignore me. They might be turned off. What if you start approaching others knowing you have a gift? What if you approach the day looking for every opportunity to share this gift? See the difference? Can you make that shift right now? You have to understand The biggest obstacle to your success is you. It's you and your own limiting beliefs. Let them go. Receive this gift and then gift it to others. Our business is that simple. And then Keith goes on to talk about your vision. Okay. And so taking you back kind of full circle to your vision, the key to the castle is inviting people to do this with you. That's the key. Okay. Make that connection. And day after day, week after week, it gets easier. I still get a little sweaty palmed every single time I send an invite, but I also remind myself that somebody probably needs this today and I need to make sure I share it with them so they can decide if they need it or not. And it always makes it worth it. Okay. And so when you think about that vision that you said for yourself, that you decided that maybe was worth fighting for the next year, this year or next year, if you're anything like me, before I went to Summit and had the moment with the mom on the stage, I really wish I remember who that was. I remembered saying, can I even do this? Like, what am I doing here? Like, seriously, like, this is fun, this is cool, but like, can I really do this? Am I really cut out for this? Right? We've all had those moments of doubt. Some days I still get that every now and then when I go to a bad place, like, what the heck are you doing? But the question that we really should be asking ourselves is not, can I do this? But how can I do this? That's the question that I want you to show up with. To the team calls, to the trainings, to the Rise Up Rock Stars. Not, am I in the right place? How is this really something I should be doing? Or is this even possible for me? Can I do this? No, your question should be, how can I? Because honestly, I want you to look at me and say, if she can do it, I can do it. Because I had zero training in sales, zero training in network marketing, zero training in social media, zero training in anything. But all I needed to know was that if I changed one person's life, that I would make a difference. And if she changed one person's life, she would make a difference. And I knew right then and there it was my job that I had to pay it forward. If anybody needed help or guidance along the way, I was going to be there to offer it for them. So please don't ask yourself, can I do this? Instead, say, how can I? Because I know that once you have a vision worth fighting for, total, ultimate freedom for my family, I'm going to show up every damn day for it. Because if I choose not to show up, I'm saying no to them. And I refuse to do that. And I know a lot of you feel the same way. And sometimes we just need to be reminded that that vision is valid and it's not crazy. And that vision is so important. And that's what will keep us in this game all month long. We do have a gift that will change so many lives and so many families, and yours too, no matter how long you've been a coach. And so I wanted to make sure that you saw kind of how this lesson, the culmination of these talks and these lessons, have helped some of my coaches kind of get to a new mindset in their business. And they've made some massive changes in their mindset, but also in their business. And that one of those is Danielle. And so Danielle Rose, you saw advance to Diamond, her team advance to Diamond. And she also, not only did they advance to Diamond, but they held their Diamond for 6 weeks in a row, which is huge. Okay. And that's kind of the ultimate goal. Hit your rank and hold it for 6 weeks. And she fought so hard during those 6 weeks, but not only did she just hold her rank, but she continued to build her business and her team flourished during that time. During that time, she also established a new coach mentorship, which she had never done before. And she also has enrolled 5 new coaches last month, right? And she's doing amazing things. So I just wanted to give Danielle the floor because I think sometimes it's easy for you to be like, sure, Erin, that all sounds good, totally cool, but that's you and not me. Well, it's Danielle too. Okay, so Danielle, will you kind of tell us about the shift that you made in the month of April and what that looked like for you?
I can unmute myself.
Yes.
Sorry. um, so the shift for me was actually when I started to develop my vision for the type of people that I wanted on my team. Because I had just been recruiting discount coaches all the time. That was easy peasy. Oh, just get the discount. But then when I had a few coaches actually asking me about coaching, it's like, you really want to do this? Like, I didn't know what to say. So I did that. I started meeting with Erin one-on-one, and it was right out the gate. She's like, you need to develop a vision for your team. What is that? And I'm thinking, I have no idea. And then I started thinking about what my journey has meant to me and looking at the people that I've connected with on my team. And I realized that it was all about strength. And my vision is to have strong women, mentally and physically. And I didn't start that way at all. And I still don't feel that way every day. But that is exactly the kind of women that are on my team. And so it's once I developed my vision statement, I shared it with my 3 new coaches that were in my mentorship, and they loved it. And that has kind of opened the floodgates for me in terms of I've reached out to probably 20 people that I have been following over time and just watching from the backgrounds. They inspire the hell out of me. And finally reaching out to them, and they actually, a lot of them are interested, and that just blew me away too. It's like, I actually shared my vision with them. I said, my team is Strong Fit Nation. It encompasses the strong, beautiful, amazing women on our team, our commitment to bettering ourselves and those around us, our community and the support we offer one another. It is us, strong from the inside out. And I share that with them, and they just, they gravitate towards it because I tell them that I see that in them. And so I think for me, that's what really was pivotal in my next steps to growing my team. And I'm not slowing down because now that vision has evolved into more of a reality of what I can do with my team and what I can do with my life. And that vision is to not be working full time where I am now, and to be coaching and to be following my true passion. So I have massive goals for the end of the year and I will get there. And for me, that means I have to put myself out there, which I am speaking right now, which Erin knows is like crazy, and I'm sweating to death right now. But it's what I have to do. And even if somebody says no, knowing that I have told them how amazing they are is enough for me. So I would say never give up on the inviting. Don't worry about the no's. I simply put them on a page that I follow up with and keep letting them know how important they are. And know that we all say no the first time. So just keep going and know that you're changing lives. So
that was so good. Thank you. Like, that's huge. You're getting a lot of props in the chat. Imagine if somebody reached out to you and said that, right? And said, this is what I represent. This is who I'm looking for. And I think you're that person. Like, imagine, like, that's powerful. So just Danielle's huge kind of turning point was just deciding who her team was, right? And I know for us, like for me, and I think even Erica and probably Megan, you know, we saw the team before it was built. We could see that that was possible. I mean, I imagine that we were diamond way before we were diamond. And Danielle, I think, did too. She knew that she was meant to be a diamond coach leader and beyond. And now she's seen way beyond that. But now she sees what that team is. So I think that's awesome. So having not just a vision for your life, but connecting that to your team and how your team is a vehicle to get to that vision. Huge. Girl, that was so good. Thank you, Danielle. Okay, so I'm going to have Katie jump on next. We were talking in a one-on-one, and she had a huge breakthrough in April too, that I was like, y'all need to know about this. Katie signed up the very, very end of December. And so she's a new Emerald coach, and she's working so hard on being a success starter, and she's doing massive, amazing things and is super coachable. And what she said to me, I was like, okay, like, people need to hear this. So Katie, I just want to turn it over to you, and you just kind of tell us what your turning point was in April when it came to inviting.
Well, Danielle's not alone. I'm sweating. I'm freaking out. This is not my thing. But I just wanted to give back in any way I could to like the newer coaches, because you guys have helped me so much. And I feel like I've had a dramatic shift. My first thing I did is I wrote down my why, and I actually have it right here. I leave it by my desk, and it's 15 things long. Writing down my why was not just that I wanted to have financial freedom. If I don't need to share my whole story to share that I don't have much. Me and my kids don't have much. And I didn't come from much, the way Erin shared. And so I wrote down things about being able to give back to my parents and things that I wanted to be able to do for my children. And when I have that looking at me as I work every day, it makes me kind of almost want to tear up to think that I would give up on that now. So like, I'm not going to, because my kids deserve better. And I want to give to my parents for how awesome they've been to me over the years. And so that's the first thing I did, was write down my why. Number two, I had to just become myself. I felt like I was watching what everyone else was doing, and that was not good for me. And so I had to get comfortable being myself so that I could attract the right type of people that would be a good team. And so I've been working on that. And then I only connected with the quality over the quantity. At first, I realized I was connecting with everybody and anybody and inviting all these people. And of course they were saying no, because they must have thought I was a crazy person. Like, we didn't know each other. We weren't best friends. Like, it was just weird, and it did come probably across to salesy. But then once I started learning about people that were either teachers or single moms or just had something like that in common, then we could just have genuine conversations, and it wasn't fake anymore. Like, I literally got to talk to girls about some of their lesson plans or mom life, and that started our connection. And then I wanted to share more with them because it felt like we were genuinely becoming friends. I also made my list, the list. But I made the list of my dream team, and I made the list of everyone I'd ever known ever on social media, the people that you don't really look at, but you're still friends with and stuff. And then I just asked everybody. And I went ahead and just asked the dream team that we're all sitting there waiting for, because what are we waiting for? Like, why would we wait 6 months from now when we feel like we're better at it, when we could ask them now? And of course they said no. Like, of course they did. But I looked at that with a different shift. I think I talked with Shanna one time, and I said, I'm looking at it as offering them coffee tonight. You might not want coffee tonight, but you might want it tomorrow night. So it doesn't hurt my feelings if you say no to the coffee tonight, because I had a friend that I've known for 20 years named Mary. She was misfit and amazing, and she said no. And 3 months later, now she's saying, hey, I'm on quarantine gaining like 15 pounds and I'm interested, So I think it's like coffee. And when I offer it, I'm offering it with excitement as a gift right now. Kind of like the way I'm doing it in my mind, the mental shift is, it's like a girls trip. Like, I'm asking you to do something so exciting. We're going to go on a girls trip. Like, who wants to do this with me? It's how I asked them to join the fit club. And I'm like, oh, this is so much fun. It's like doing so much for me. Like, I want you to join. And when they say no, sometimes I look at that like, well, maybe their schedule's busy, or maybe they need to save up a little bit more. It's not a big deal. I'll come back later. And I put them like on a traveling thing that I'll ask them maybe at the end of the month, and maybe it'll be the right time, And so I've been looking at it kind of like something fun, like a girls trip. You would be so excited to share that with your dream team of girls you would love to go hang out with. So why wouldn't we do the same thing with the invites? And it's just really dramatically changing like my fire for it. It's fun. Like it's not a dread anymore because I'm not sales pitching anything. It's just fun now. And when they, my sister-in-law, I'm not going to stop asking because she works out and I want to work out with her and it would be so much fun. And so I don't look at it as salesy anymore. I don't feel like I'm being weak or insecure or fake. I'm not copying and pasting things. I'm using, Erica encouraged me to use my voice memos. And so I started that. And I really do feel like it's exciting. And then the final thing that I did is I decided that I have a legitimate business. Like I'm not just some phony side biz girl, like it's a legitimate business. And I think that that's the thing that was one of my biggest weaknesses is, I didn't have a team name. I wasn't calling myself a virtual business owner really. And once I started thinking of it as a real business and realizing I need to learn a little bit about network marketing, like I need to take this seriously, it became exciting. And so I created my name for my team, Rising Tide, which is all about, rising up from circumstances. And when a tide rises, all the boats come with them. So you get to all come together. And so it was symbolic for me. And then I started sending emails out to leads and all these people like a professional business owner. And it's just really made a difference in my mindset where I'm excited about May. And I didn't hit all my goals in April. And of course it's discouraging, but like, I'm not going to let it get me down for May because like, it's a new month and I have so much momentum and I feel like I have a legitimate business now.
I don't know why you were sweating either. Like seriously, you guys, that was so helpful. Wasn't that amazing? Like, thank you. It's so refreshing to hear from, I'm sure, other voices other than mine, but you guys, I'm so proud of you, Katie and Danielle and all of our new coaches and all of you guys that I've been working with on the mentorship I've seen and crazy awesome, developments from all of you. But see, like it's what it can be like. That look at their excitement and look at the success that they're feeling and the hope and their vision, right? It's their vision for their team and their life. It's totally different from mine, but permission granted, right? Like you're on this call tonight, permission granted. Create the vision. Where are you going? Create the vision for the team that you're building that maybe isn't there yet, right? But it's going to be there. Because if you dream it and you believe it and you see it, it's going to happen. And speaking into that every single day and using that to guide you. So gave you a lot of the mindset, gave you a lot of the why and the vision, and you got the tangibles too on how to make the coach connects. Like literally simple as that. Every day, 2 to 3 coach connects. Okay, when you're looking at people and you're just like, hey, and you're just talking to people on social media, you see somebody that's like, I would love to work with them, please tell them from now on, okay? And also, if you see somebody and you know that they would be interested, tell them and then invite them, okay? Because the worst thing they're gonna do is say no right now. I mean, Alex said no to me at first, right? Erica thought I was a lunatic, I think, okay? Like, I think she thought I was crazy. Megan was just like ready for something. Like, she was like, girl, I'll do whatever. Okay, Jenny Fellows said no to me and rolled her eyes forever and ever and ever and ever, okay? Katie was like, what? No, I can't do that. No, you're crazy, lady, right? I mean, like, everybody has a different response. People don't just say yes right away. Yeah, Erica was, you still think I'm a lunatic? She was like, as long as I can still have my queso. Do you remember that conversation?
I was like, queso and margaritas every Friday night. If that's off the table, then I'm out. She's like, you can still have that. She was scared of me. And I was like, how is Shakeology different than Slim Fast? Like, I don't get it. Is that just like Slim Fast? Yeah, I was a tough cookie.
She was the tough cookie. Yeah.
And she believed it. She believed in it. And it wasn't about the sale for her. It was genuinely about she had found something that she loved, and I could tell. And she just wanted me to love it like she did. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what this team is built upon. And Danielle and Katie, oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. I loved every second of it. So just know that you crushed it. And we appreciate your hearts.
Yes. Amen to that. Megan, I didn't understand why I was signing up for it. Probably because I really didn't either. I was just like, yeah, it works for me. It'll work for you. It'll be great. Let's figure it out. Like my attitude was like, let's just figure this out together. And that's okay too. You know, I mean, that's what's kind of fun about that. And that's why I think so many of those of you guys that signed up with me from way back when, like, we're still in this together because we figured it out together. And it was a really special time. Some days I feel like I'm still figuring it out, just so you know, especially with the launch of bot groups. Like, I'm totally just figuring it out with you, okay, every step of the way. But you have a huge charge this month, okay? If you're on this call and you heard this and you heard Danielle and Katie, you know, just kind of share with you what this looks like for them and what that's looked like for them, you know, it, to me, like, you got to do something with this information now. And whether it's past this call, you stay up and you write a few things out, a few goals, a vision, whatever that looks like, whatever changes or beliefs that you need to work on, or whatever it is that's popping into your mind, you do it tonight, or you wake up tomorrow morning and you do it after you've slept on it. But I just want you to know that you're going to get to sit in those seats on the floor, in the stadium, wherever, when we have our next event, you know, whenever that is. And you're going to see a lot of freaking people recognized for huge, amazing success in this business. Coaches that have been in this business for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 8 years. And I just want you to know that that can be any of you here. And that I just want you to know that like, whatever it is that you fight for and you work hard for, that it can be yours. For me, this was one of the first times in my life that I got to decide what the game looked like, right? Like, I was the person in charge of this business, and the attitude and the effort and the desire and the vision that went into it. And this is all yours too. And that can be, it can be anything for you. And so I never imagined that I would have an opportunity in front of me that would let me dream big very confidently to give my family complete, total freedom in life. And it's possible. And I know that. And so I just want you guys to take that to heart. And I want whoever needed to hear that, for you to have heard that tonight. And, you know, it's okay to have whatever kind of goals and dreams you want. You don't have to retire. You don't have to want total freedom or anything like that. You can do whatever you want to with it. But maybe you needed to hear that, a little nudge. Okay. So, yes, I'll let you ask her a question here in a sec. Okay. So, before we close, and I'll let Erica ask Danielle a question. Danielle, be ready. She's probably sweating more now. Okay. Don't sweat more. Something that I want you to know is that on the team page that we have a challenge this month. Okay. And it's called the Slay May Challenge. And it's really simple. Okay. It's super simple. It's the easiest challenge we've ever had, but I feel like it's the most important challenge we've ever had. So many of you are working with your PS coaches, or you're working in Rise Up Rockstars, or you're in other mentorships and trainings and whatnot. So we wanted to bring a challenge to the team. When I say we, kind of like our leadership team, wanted to bring a challenge to our team that we knew would make a massive impact month after month. And that's to take this month and just focus solely on getting results. So that's why it's called the Slay May Challenge. So it's pinned to the top, or it's an announcement. That's what it's called on Facebook, an announcement on the team page, on the Fit Fighter Nation team page. And it is your job that before the end of the month that you have submitted, posted below that, at least one testimony of results. At least one. Okay. I challenge you to like post as many as you freaking can. Okay. Because results in this business and on this journey are so much bigger and can be way more than weight loss or inches lost or a new pair of jeans, although that's really amazing. Okay. But it can also be muscle built, weight gained. It can be financial results. It can be business results, rank advancements. It can be personal growth. It can be all kinds of different types of results. I listed a bunch of them for you, but I want you to know that we expect for everyone on this team and for your coaches too. So it's your job to make sure that your team knows this, no matter if you're a business building coach or a discount coach or someone just chilling like a villain on this team. Okay. But that you go to that post and you submit at least one victory or result throughout the month. It doesn't have to be on the last day of May. It can be tomorrow. It can be next week, whatever it is, but a result or a victory that you've had because you're on this journey. Because I tell you what, when Danielle shared that and when Katie shared that, I know that it made you smile and it gave you hope. And it gave you something like deeper to believe in, like, okay, maybe me too. Okay, so when we share our results with our teammates in all those different ways, it impacts someone else on our team. It gives someone else a little glimmer of hope and light that maybe they can too. So start thinking about your victories. Start thinking about the results that you're striving for, or maybe that you've already accomplished, right? And start sharing those, because I would love to see that thread be like, have like 1,000 comments or more. Like, I think it would be amazing. But it's also our job to go on that thread and not just see that it's there, but to celebrate that too. Okay. And so when you see our teammates start to drop their Slay May challenge results and victories, like, it's your job to also like be there to say, oh my gosh, that's amazing, and cheer them on too, because that's what this community and this team is all about. So check that out on the team page. Your job this month is to get results in all kinds of different ways. And it's also to build your team, because that's when really magical, amazing things happen, and that will give you the keys to the castle. Okay. Okay, Erica, you can ask Danielle a question.
Okay, so here's my question, Danielle, and this could even be something that she could share on the Slay in May. Is that what you called it? Slay in May? What'd you call it?
Slay May.
Slay May. Oh, okay. I added a preposition in there. Okay, anyway, Slay May. But I would love to know, like, how you developed your vision, because it was like one of the best vision statements I've heard. And I would love for you to, and you don't have to answer right this second, because I know I kind of put you on the spot, but like, how did you develop it? Like, I know you said develop a vision, strength, like using all these like buzzwords that meant something to you, because obviously it needs to mean something to the person. But like, do you have any advice on how to develop a really strong vision statement? And you don't have to necessarily answer that now unless you want to, but I don't know if that could be something you could put on Slay May, because it looks like it fits within, I mean, it's like business growth, and I think that could be something we could all benefit from. So again, if you want to answer that right now, that'd be awesome, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, so for me, I always have shared like a motivational post for the day. And that is something that I feel like we all have our journey through life. That's just, I mean, some's more chaotic than others. We face struggles, we face obstacles and challenges. And in the last year, I've been pretty beat down. And so it was more of rising up from what had happened to me and finding my own strength inside, and finding there was a moment where it was like, who am I? So recreating myself, reinventing myself. What is my true passion? What I thought I had been doing as a full-time job for so long, I can tell you it was a passion at one point, but I believe that through life we change and we evolve. And suddenly it was scary to realize that that wasn't my passion anymore. And so developing my vision for my team wasn't easy. I kind of just was, yes, I'm building a team. I'm, doing this thing. I know I love coaching, but almost like what Aaron said, it's like I didn't speak about it. People would say, what do you do? And it's like, well, I'm a designer and I do coaching. But this is my full time, so this is my focus. I have to focus on this. So it was finally, I guess kind of going through these struggles that really forced me to create the vision for my life. And that poured into what I want to do as a coach. and creating the vision for who I want on my team. So I don't ask everybody I talk to be a coach on my team. I might ask them, you know, talk about it, but I really, who I want to be part of my team and grow my team is really thought out, because they have to be part of that vision. So I would look at what is most meaningful and what is most passionate in your life, and really try to pull that into to your vision of how you want to create your team and your future. Because it doesn't matter how old you are, you can start fresh. So.
Thanks, girl. I appreciate that.
Love it, love it. Yeah, thanks for asking that. Okay. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being on here tonight. I think this was awesome. I can't wait to see how you choose to slay May and what you choose to do with it, with what you learned tonight and with what you heard tonight. I have an amazing feeling about what this team has in store for it, and what you all have in store for your lives and just the rest of the year. So let's make May amazing. Thank you, Jenny. That was perfect. All right, you guys, I love you to death. See you on the team page. Have an amazing week. We've got some great things coming up this week, but Wednesday night, I'm going to do an Emerald training for all of you new coaches and all of you that have new coaches. I'll help you understand what that first rank advancement is, why it matters, and how to make it happen. And so that'll be really good. So if you're not yet Emerald, or you have coaches on your team who aren't yet Emerald, make sure you draw their attention to the team page. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. I'll be doing that for our team. Okay. All right, you guys, see you later. Have a great night. Thank you, Katie and Danielle again. You guys were awesome.